Ocean's 11. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In this video we are going to be reviewing Ocean's 11, which hands down is easily the most smoothest, smartest, slickest, most star-studded and most stylish heist movie out there. So it definitely has the 5 S's in there, and it's a remake of the classic 1960s movie, except this time it's being reinvented in a bit of a modern day super cool, super stylish way, as you're literally glued to your screens, as it's just such a fun popcorn movie that is just really cool from start to finish, and it's just such an enjoyable watch, and I cannot wait to break it down for you in this movie review. So from a storyline point of view, it centres around the ensemble group of characters, which first starts off with the Danny Ocean character, who is released from prison, and he meets up with his friend Rusty Ryan, who is also a con man, and the two of them agree to perform a heist in the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, and then they form a crew that is also made up of other criminals and con men, and the film then explores whether or not they are going to be successful in pulling off this heist. Now, from a positives point of view, I think the execution of this film is done in a really fun way. You get to know all of the different characters, not in that much depth, but enough for you to understand what they are all contributing and bringing to the team effort. On that point, it's a really easy to follow film. The twists and turns are absolutely awesome, and it's just executed in a really cool way. The narrative style is just absolutely brilliant in this movie. However, from a negatives point of view, I guess they could have added a few more twists and turns and a few more tricks in there as well, and they could have given you a bit more backstory of the Terry Benedict character so that you can really hate this character and be even more on the side of Ocean's 11 crew. But you know, that being said, overall from a storyline point of view, this movie is pretty awesome. So from a cast and characters point of view, this is truly where Ocean's 11 really does come into its own, as it's just got fantastic casting in this movie, and also has a brilliant storyline, which just makes this movie truly a double threat. So let's go through them one by one. So first up, we of course have George Clooney, who is playing the Danny Ocean character. He's definitely the leader of the Ocean's 11 pack, and he's just a bit of a smooth operator and is just a really cool leader in this film. Next up, we have Brad Pitt, who is also co-leading this movie. He is playing a really slick character in Rusty Ryan, and is definitely the Danny Ocean's partner in crime. There is a little bit of a moment where there's a little bit of tension between these two characters, but then that quickly gets resolved in a really interesting way. Next up, we have Matt Damon, who is playing a character called Linus, and it's really interesting with this character as he's the least experienced but really wants to learn. So I feel like you can definitely empathize and relate with this character. And on that point, actually, I feel like this character goes in a really interesting trajectory across the 3 movies, and you can definitely see his skill set increasing with each film. Next up, we have Andy Garcia, who is playing the Terry Benedict character, the main villain in this movie, and the person that all of the Ocean's characters are targeting in this film. He's made to feel like a bit of a douchey character. You're made to not like this character, and you can definitely see that he's a bit of a rival to all of the group. But like I said before, I definitely do feel like they could have explored his backstory so that you can really hate and despise this character. But you know, that being said, I feel like Andy Garcia did a really great job in terms of playing a rich and powerful character that is ultimately going to get conned by all of the different characters. And similarly to the Matt Damon character, I feel like this character went on a really interesting path across the 3 different movies, which is really cool. Next up, we have the other Ocean members, including Don Cheadle, who had that hilariously awful British accent. I feel like he was hilarious with how he was portraying it in the film, but obviously it wasn't very true to how Brits are. Next up, we have Bernie Mac, who is also playing a hilarious character and was definitely bringing the comedy value in this movie. Next up, we have Julia Roberts, who is playing a character called Tess, that is the ex-wife of the Danny Ocean character, and is now in a relationship with the Terry Benedict character, so is adding a new dimension for the different people's motivation in this movie. And then finally, we have Elliot Gould, who was brilliant in this film in terms of playing the very loud and brash New Yorker. And we also have Casey Affleck, not Ben Affleck, but Casey Affleck, who is Ben Affleck's brother, playing one of the twins in this movie. So from a cast and characters point of view, they are absolutely brilliant in Ocean's 11. So from a visuals point of view, even though this movie was filmed all the way back 20 years ago, it still holds up and looks very slick. I mean, the tone and the aesthetic is very suave, very sophisticated, and as such, you can really be immersed into this world, as it's just really, really cool. I absolutely love all of the ensemble scenes with all of the different characters interacting, especially all of the Ocean's crew members. I feel like their dialogue is absolutely hilarious, and like I said, it's just got a really cool aesthetic, which makes it really, really cool. And also the casino scenes, which by the way, there are plenty of casino scenes in Vegas, looks absolutely awesome. I mean, the Bellagio fountain show looks absolutely awesome as well, and just the Vegas Strip just looks absolutely brilliant. It really does make you want to just book a flight and head out to Vegas. So from a visuals point of view, this movie is pretty brilliant. So from a comparison point of view, like I said before, Ocean's 11 is totally and easily the best heist movie that's ever been created, and easily is the best Ocean's movie from all of the different Ocean movies franchises as well. I also think it's better than the Now You See Me franchise, of which I really, really enjoyed those two movies as well, by the way. I know a third one's coming up as well. But I just feel like Ocean's 11 is truly better than that film as well. And I also really loved Ant-Man, but I think the heist aspects of Ocean's 11 is also better than Ant-Man as well. So from a comparison point of view, this movie truly is the best of the bunch. So overall, I have to say, Ocean's 11 is a brilliant movie. I am not surprised that it got 2 sequels and is now getting a spin-off movie as well, as it's just such a cool movie. Absolutely smashed it in the box office. I remember really enjoying watching it on the big screen, and so for all of those reasons, I have to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.